So when I came into role, it became very obvious to me very quickly that we had lots of children with sensory needs, and not necessarily the children that you would think would have the sensory needs. It was often those children who was coping in class, maybe didn't even get any kind of academic help, but then we were having conversations on the gate with parents saying, my child comes home from school and hides under their duvet, or my child comes home from school and they hit out or they smash up their bedroom. And so it became very aware that we had lots of children that were masking, and we weren't necessarily addressing those needs in the best way. And so we put lots of things in place to try and help them. We did emotional check-ins and check-outs, and the last 45 minutes of every LSA's life in the school is spent doing check-ins and check-outs with children. But again, I was very aware that it wasn't where we needed to be, but I didn't know where to go with it. And then Claire sent me an email with what do you think of this? And I was like, yes, buy it now, buy it, go. So no, but then we started to research and we started to look at it. And as Claire said, I then went along to Redbridge, and it was an incredibly quick journey from that point on. But Claire had done a lot of research. I'd done a lot of looking around with it as well. And lo and behold, we have our Cubbie. Now, it's too early for me to sit down and quote data to you because we haven't got that data yet. But what I can say is what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing a child who would come around here on the first day and wouldn't look at it. He stood with his back to it. Who now, 2 weeks later, goes in there on his own. He won't use the chairs. He doesn't like the chairs. He sits on the floor, and he has his programme and he comes out. And our biggest problem with him is keeping him away from the control panel, because he would happily stay there all day, and we've got to be really firm that, this is to regulate. It's once and then it's back to class. And it is working, and we're seeing children who you wouldn't expect to be needing it, but who might just be anxious in the classroom, coming out and saying, that's the best thing I've ever experienced. Now, one of those was going to come and talk to you today. He may still, but he looked a little bit daunted when he saw the amount of you that were here. So if not, then we'll get him to have a chat privately, maybe in smaller groups. But I'm incredibly excited for Cubbie. I think it's going to be transformational. And if you get a chance to talk to Jonathan about the model that they've now got going in Ireland, where it isn't just in schools, it's in sports centres, it's in libraries, it's a public service, almost like in years gone by the telephone box was. I would love to see that in this area. It would be amazing. And just to correct Claire, we're not the first in Barkington, we're the first in Essex. Oh. Thank you.